And ladies, can looking at your mom's face show you how you will age? We're going to talk to a doctor about ways to keep those wrinkles away.
Serving all of San Diego, this is your Fox 5 News.
All right, we have all heard the age-old adage, like mother, like daughter, but how does that apply when it comes to aging? We're going to find out this morning. We are joined by Dr. Marin of Marin Aesthetics, and we've got Paula and her daughter, Jenna. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
Good morning, doctor. Okay, first of all, can you really tell how a girl is going to age simply by looking at her mother? I know that they say that a lot, especially to guys.
Right.
Look at the mom and you'll know what you're going to get in 20 years. Is that the case?
Well, it's one of those issues. I think every woman wakes up one day and looks in the mirror and says, oh my God, that's my mom. And there's a study that just recently came out that actually kind of proved, at least in the upper third of the face, the eyes, brow area, that they showed kind of volumetrically, looking at the volume of the face, that actually it is a pretty good predictor of how you're going to age. Obviously, one parent may be more favored, but I think overall, yeah, you can use your mom as an indicator.
As a good, yeah, absolutely. Now, Jenna, your mom is absolutely beautiful. My mom is gorgeous. I would be so lucky as to look like my mom. Do you see yourself when you look at yours?
I do.
Yeah?
I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
I agree. Absolutely. And do you see yourself in your daughter?
Not really.
No? Well, you guys are both beautiful. All right, so you've got a marker here in your hand. What are we going to demonstrate?
Well, I think some of the things that what we're trying to look at is Paula's generation kind of came up where they didn't know as much about sunscreen, smoking, how all the environment affects your skin. And I think Paula's generation didn't have that knowledge that Jenna's does. And so some of the things is that Paula has is just from time, environmental damage, and that type of stuff. But Paula has some lines on her face here where if we look at some of the lines along here, some of what we call the marionette line here, and also this is what we're talking about, the upper third of the face and the tear trough kind of areas, that hollows. And you can also see that her brow has kind of come down a little bit. She sees a little bit of the fine lines in her brow. So all those things that we can see are likely predictors of what we may see in Jenna over time. And so the issue becomes then, what can we do to help prevent Jenna from aging as fast, and we try to slowing down the process. So Jenna doesn't have any lines, but Jenna, if you can raise your brow, you can see that she's starting to show that those lines are going to appear as she starts to settle. Things like Botox, sunscreen, having her using good skincare can help slow down that process. Obviously, they're both beautiful women. There's very little that we need to do here, but what we're looking at really in this particular area is how do we slow down that process, and what are the things we can do? So, Paula, some of the things she could do to remedy this are some fillers, Sculptra, Restylane, those types of things can give you volume, and also Botox and laser resurfacing. Those are things that can kind of all combine, to help kind of freshen her look, and also some of the things that Jenna can do are a little bit more subtle, less invasive, but just protecting what you have.
So at what age do we need to start doing these things to help slow down the process?
Unfortunately, the earlier the better. And
age 2.
Yeah, and it's part of this is what we're trying to do is I see in my practice that patients don't want as much. They don't want a big procedure. They don't want a major facelift. They want many things. And so by doing smaller things to prevent your aging, you can actually set yourself up for more longevity. What I really tell my patients is the face, it's high dollar real estate. It's really something you want to protect because it's something that everyone sees for your entire life.
All right, so we have some before and after photos that we want to show. We'll go ahead and put up. Is this before and after?
We have before and after, and this is a patient that actually she had a facelift done, a mini facelift. She had her lower eyelids and some laser resurfacing. And what you can see is that just there's subtle changes, things that what we're trying to do is just try to get her fresher. She looks brighter. She kind of had a drastic haircut to go along with it. And as it is, it's something that I think overall, she just looks better. This is something more subtle, a younger patient who's had fillers. And I think in this case, it's Sculptra. And that's just a soft tissue filler that kind of helps to really just soften the edges and freshen someone up without looking different.
So how much are we talking about spending to get some of these procedures done, the fillers and the others?
It can range. Usually fillers are in the order of about maybe $500 as you can go up to, know, $1,500 in that range of what you're going to see. As you start to get more surgical in terms of what you're doing, the costs are a little bit more expensive, but the results are more permanent and more dramatic in what the changes you'll be able to see.
Wow, some of those pictures really are dramatic, especially that last one that we just showed. Did she get the fillers as well?
Yeah, fillers as well, absolutely. Yeah, so they're great little things you can do. The fillers, they come off the shelf. There's really no downtime. You know, you can recover in one evening, and you know, the next day everybody's wondering, you know, how much rest you got the night before.
Exactly.
So,
they're wondering what your secret was.
Exactly.
Thank you, Dr. Marin. We really
pleasure.
appreciate it. Thank you, ladies, for being here. You guys
Thanks
are
for
good
having
sports.
us.
Letting us get extreme close-ups on your faces,
Absolutely.
though.
Thank
You're
you,
beautiful,
Erica.
though. Thank you. All right, we have more information on Marin Aesthetics on our website. That's fox5sandiego.com. Click on that Scene On button. All right, we'll send it on back to you, Raul, in the studio.
Okay, Ms. Fox, thank you very much.